Hi, Monarchs. Dr. Barry Gribbins, president of LA Valley College, joining you for another town hall. I have a few updates for you, but before I get started or at any time, feel free to type in your questions into the chat. And after I finish some updates, I'll answer as many questions as I can. The first update that I have for you relates to the vaccination and masking requirements from the district. Last week, the district board of trustees did make some important changes to both the masking policy and the vaccination policy. The district board of trustees approved a change related to the masks, where masks will no longer be required for in-person activity after June 13th. So masks will remain in place through the spring semester, but at the end of the spring semester, the mask will no longer be required. We do still strongly recommend folks wearing a mask while indoors, especially around a lot of other people, but they won't be required. The second change relates to vaccination. The district changed the vaccination board policy to no longer require vaccination for students for in-person activity. So for all students who are signing up for classes for summer or fall vaccination, they will not have to provide proof of vaccination. And of course, similarly to masking, we still strongly recommend folks get vaccinated from COVID and to get boosters when they're eligible to. The next update that I have for you relates to graduation. For the first time in 3 years, we're able to have an in-person ceremony. It's going to be on June 7th. We're excited about the ceremony and having it in person. We do have a lot of students that have responded that they will be attending the graduation. I think it might be one of our largest graduations we've ever had. If you haven't yet responded, please contact the Office of Student Life as soon as possible so that they can get the information for you about the ceremony. But I'll be excited to welcome folks back on, again, June 7th at 10 a.m. in Monarch Stadium. There'll also be a link for it being streamed live online. The next update I have for you relates to summer classes. The summer schedule is up online, and students can now register for summer classes. There are both a combination of in-person classes and online classes. So please do take a look if you're interested in either a 5-week or an 8-week class. The next update that I have for you is a virtual Monarch registration day. The enrollment fairs or registration days have been a huge success, enabling students to connect with folks from all of the office and student services. The next virtual enrollment fair or registration day is going to be on Wednesday, March 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'll ask staff to post the link into the chat. So if you need to connect with anyone from admissions, counseling, financial aid, or a variety of other departments, it's a great time to connect with them. Fall registration is also currently open. Right now, they're in the priority groups. So if you are planning on taking classes in the fall, please do look at when your registration appointment is. And if you need any help, please contact admissions and records on your appointment. And you can identify your appointment at the mycollege.laccd.edu student portal. The next update that I have for you relates to Metro passes. We still have some free Metro passes for students. So if you use the Metro services, either the bus or the rail line, please do pick up your free bus pass for students. There's absolutely no obligation. You can just go over to the business office and pick up, bring your student ID and pick up your free Metro pass. The next update that I have for you relates to the Daily News Reader's Choice Awards. I'm going to ask staff again to post into the chat a link to the Daily News Reader Choice Awards. If you're interested in voting for Valley as your favorite college, there's a couple of categories that you can choose from. Please go ahead and click on the link by May 15th. So the voting is open until May 15th. And with that, let me also ask staff to post into the chat some upcoming campus events. We have the Social Behavioral Sciences CAP event, Transfer Tips from LAVC Alumni on Thursday, May 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. It will be online on Zoom, and they'll be giving away $100 bookstore vouchers to those in attendance. And then the next update is for Valley Fit Fridays, mindful yoga meditation. So on Friday, May 13th at 2 p.m. in the North Mall lawn, there'll be a yoga meditation session. The third event that I have for you is an outdoor movie night, The West Side Story, Friday, May 13th at 7:30 p.m. Also on the North Mall lawn. Should be a lot of fun, and there'll be free Kona Ice, Sharkies, and Subway. The next update that I have is Humanities and Communications CAP event, Student Writing Conference. It's Monday, May 16th at 1:30 p.m. on Zoom. And then lastly, TAE Apple Awards, Tau Alpha Epsilon Alpha Award, Apple Awards, Friday, May 20th at 4 p.m. And that'll be on Zoom, and we'll get that link, the link actually to all those events posted online. With that, let me check to see what questions that we might have in the chat. Again, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, go ahead and type them into the chat, and I'll get to as many as I can. First question from Lulu, will we get federal stimulus checks again in the fall of 2021 if you're enrolled? The federal stimulus checks were just for this year and for the previous year. Currently, there is no program to add additional federal stimulus checks for next year. And the second question from Vanessa, I'm wondering if there will be online courses available for fall 2022. Yes, Vanessa, for nearly all classes, there are both in-person and online options. We're going to continue to monitor the enrollments for both in-person and online classes to make sure that we have as many opportunities available for students as possible. There are a few exceptions to that. Some courses, such as some biology courses, they'll only be offered in person because of the lab components. But for the vast majority of classes, there'll be both in-person and online options. If you do see them filled in any given moment, do check back maybe a week later and check to see if some additional sections were able to be added. We will continue to monitor the availability of both the in-person and online classes for the next 3 months and add classes where we see them filled. A question from Edward on how do you get tickets for graduation? If you are graduating, contact the Student Life office and they'll be able to get you information about getting tickets. A question from Eileen about petition to graduate in January. Still haven't heard back yet. Eileen, if you haven't heard back yet, please do contact the Office of Student Life, Dean Negretti, and check on your petition. But everyone who has petitioned should have heard already. So if you haven't heard back yet, please do reach out to them. With that, let me see if we have any additional questions. And I don't think that I missed any questions. There is a question from Daniel about when will the Writing Center reopen for in-person tutoring. We don't have any information about the in-person activity yet, but as soon as they make a change, or actually even before they make a change, most likely, they'll be posting the information on their website, on the Writing Center website. And with that, I think we're able to pick up all the questions. As always, keep up the amazing work that you're doing. If there's anything that you need from us, anything that we can do to better support you, please reach out and let us know. And I hope that you have a terrific rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Thanks, everybody.